We did it. We did it. Oh man. Okay, so it's the morning after. Um, it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's been almost 24 hours since the game started for me. I definitely have messy hair right now, so that's why I kind of have the hoodie on. I just kind of woke up. So yesterday, I'll explain first, and then I'll go into it. Yesterday, I had some friends over watching the games. We had a really good time. We ended up watching a movie after the games. So we definitely had a good time last night. So I was just kind of relaxing. I didn't want to kind of force this video out just because of when, and then I obviously had some class this morning that I had to get to. But besides all of that, the Giants have won the game, and that is insane to me. It was actually a really good game to watch. Me and Zach, who is a Washington fan, we got together and we were watching it, and it was so back and forth, especially because we were kind of going off against each other. I mean, just man, everything about that game was just kind of fun to watch. It was intense. I'll talk more about how things went and everything like that, but I mean, the Darius Slayton touchdown, beautiful ball by Daniel Jones, beautiful. It was gorgeous. Just seeing that fade to the back, right over the shoulder, was beautiful. Slayton went right under it. Scared me after he tried to keep running and he tweaked his ankle or whatever, but he was good. The Logan Thomas touchdown, gorgeous ball placement by Kyle Allen. I mean, for him to fit that in there was insane. Julian Love did everything he could on that, but that was just a perfect ball. Bradbury had an interception at the beginning of the game, which really set the tone for him. We kind of saw after that interception, it was so funny, man. Most of the time that you would watch, Bradbury would be on his normal left side of the defense, and they would be doing trips on the left side of the offense. So they're on completely different sides. No one's near Bradbury. It's awesome to have a corner that's actually like known as a lockdown corner right now. He is one of the best corners in the league, and he's been showing it this year, and I'm very excited to have him there. The Tay Crowder, the fumble recovery was absolutely insane. Off the top of my head, I forgot who forced the fumble. For some reason, I think it was Leonard Williams, but I'm not sure if it was. But the fact that Crowder was able to get a hold of that ball was already good because he bobbled at the beginning, but ended up actually helping him with the run. And then to outrun McLaurin to the end zone was the deciding factor in the game. It really was. On top of that, I mean, there were some missed opportunities. We got to the red zone. Jason Garrett has the same problems as an offensive coordinator for the Giants that he did as the head coach of the Cowboys. His red zone offense is bad. We also had an interesting day where Matt Parrott was starting at left tackle over Andrew Thomas. I think that's kind of Joe's discipline. Thomas has been struggling the past couple weeks, and he's been like, look, we have other guys. We have other options. Let's start them. I don't think either of them did a bad job necessarily, especially with such a great defensive line with Washington. They have Chase Young, Kerrigan, Ioannidis, Deron Payne. I mean, they have a really good. I know I'm missing somebody too, but Jonathan Allen was the other one. I know that a lot of times when we ran the ball, if you saw 8 in the box and you're like, okay, this is going to be a running down, you knew it wasn't going anywhere. Freeman got blown up in the backfield a lot of times, but the thing that I liked is that when it was a little unsure and we did something with it, this is one of the most beautiful things that we were able to do on offense this week was use RPOs and use options and just other different things because Daniel Jones, I mean, we saw the cameraman fake, but the cameraman were sleeping all day yesterday. But the fact that Daniel Jones was, first of all, I have so much to say about that run, but the fact that he was able to read the option and fake the handoff to Freeman, because Freeman got blown up 10 yards of the backfield. Like, it would have been a net loss. But the fact that he was able to read that and not only get out to the outside and get positive yardage, he outran everybody on the Washington defense. Landon Collins was 5 yards behind him, and he was not gaining any ground. If DJ was at a better angle and he was able to run straight, he was gone. There was no one catching him. But he was running towards an angle to where he was kind of going towards the sideline anyway. So at the end, he was there at the sideline and got out. But I mean, a beautiful run from Daniel Jones, and this is something that I've loved seeing him since even his college days. It's something I was looking at when we were looking at him as a draft prospect. It's like this guy's got wheels, and it's very like underestimated how because he's 6'5", like 220 or something, 230. Like he's a big quarterback, but his speed is very overwhelming for teams, and it's unlike it, because everyone's used to Eli Manning in the pocket for the Giants. So, I mean, his first touchdown was a read option, Like, the fact that he has this set of wheels that you can really benefit off of, you need to make him not necessarily a dual threat, but at least a Josh Allen threat. Josh Allen's good for a couple carries a game for probably 30 yards. You need to be able to let him get out of the pocket and run more because he's definitely very good at it. And we saw that after that run, he had more obviously, he's leading us in rushing yards, which is insane too, but he had that confidence after that first run where he was able to, okay, drop back, look at my read, go. And he would get positive yardage from it. I love seeing that. I love a quarterback that's able to do more than one thing, especially when he's good at both. We even saw him truck over DeShazer Everett, I think it was. He literally trucked them over. And, I mean, the guy got up and tried to act like he did something. No, he got trucked by Daniel Jones. It was insane. So he had a very good game on the ground. In the air, it was a little wishy-washy in the game, but he had a pretty solid game. I can't complain much about how DJ played at all. The offense was looking a lot better. Obviously, it's still, it's a hurt offense. Ingram needs to get more involved, in my opinion. We're not seeing what we saw from him 2 years ago, which was literally stardom. He's really just kind of looking like a good tight end right now, something that, it's kind of weird. Caden Smith, for me, is looking as good as Evan Ingram. I think either one of them could be our starting tight end right now because of how they're playing. I've always liked Caden Smith ever since last year as well, but that's just kind of how I'm thinking about that situation. Slayton was better today. Tate had some good catches. The C.J. Board thing, I should have started off with this, man. Prayers out to C.J. Board. They said it was a neck strain and a concussion, so it looked bad. I thought he made the catch. I'm not going to lie. I really did. It looked like he made the catch, and then when he hit the ground, the ball came out. But they didn't give him the catch, said it was incomplete. But prayers out to him. He is a surprisingly solid wide receiver 3 for us. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it. Obviously he's injured and it sucks, and I'm praying for his recovery. I still want I wanted us to replace him as the third receiver before he got hurt. So now it's a must for us. We need to get a third receiver because I don't know when Shepard's coming back. I think he's eligible to come back this week, but I don't know if he's going to. You need to go after somebody. I have a whole video. If you haven't seen it already, maybe it's going to be linked up right now. Maybe it's already been linked. I don't know. I'll try and figure this out. But I think it's a must now. The deadline. Send some sort of asset, a 6th, a 5th, a 7th, anything that can get us somebody now. Go Auden Tate, D.D. Westbrook, Kenny Stills, anybody like that. There's different scenarios, but I think that those would be very beneficial to us. You look at what the defense was able to do. Again, another great game by the defense. Our defense has been very solid. Very solid. Allowing 19 points is nothing to be ashamed of. Obviously, this Washington offense is not anything special, but Terry McLaurin was held under 100 yards, which is good. He didn't have a touchdown, which is good. That Cam Sims touchdown at the end was just, that's a big man. It's hard to stop that. And, Logan Ryan played the ball as well as he could. He tried to punch it out. Sims just made a great play on it. But the two-point conversion, nothing is more stressful than a two-point conversion in the NFL, especially when the game is on the line. Because on the one team, you're like, man, if we get this, we're going to win. But I feel like we're not going to get this. That's how the offense is always going to feel. And then the defense is like, man, they only have to go 2 yards. How are they going to miss this, But we held strong. The man coverage was absolutely phenomenal that play. The pass rush got there, forced Kyle Allen out of the pocket. And the biggest play, and it might not be talked about, it might not be anything, but the biggest play of that two-point conversion was Jabril Peppers. 100% of the way, no questions about it. First of all, I liked what we did. We saw Logan Ryan get beat by Sims the play before. So when they lined Sims up to the wide, they have Bradbury go on him because they're like, okay, that takes away the fade. They're not going to throw to Bradbury. Now McLaurin has Logan Ryan on him, which is a good matchup. It's toughness, it's physical. You have that 5 yards. You're able to block it out. The man coverage was beautiful. Everything was lined up perfectly. But the fact that Jabril Peppers, he was kind of sitting in the middle. I don't know if he was in a spy or not, but he was sitting in the middle. I think he was guarding somebody. And then as Kyle Allen scrambled to the left, he realized, oh shit, Kyle Allen can scramble for it. We saw Kyle Allen's speed last week. He has speed going to the edge. So he saw that Kyle Allen's going to get there. Peppers darted right to the left side. And Kyle Allen quickly realized, hey, if I try and scramble for that line, I'm going to get lit the hell up by this safety linebacker tandem of Jabril Peppers, So what are you going to do? He stopped running. He was scrambling out, and then he saw Peppers. He stopped, and he started looking, and he was looking, and then he sees the pressure from the right. Peppers is coming in closer, and he just kind of throws up the duck, gets batted down. Oh, man. That was the most stressful thing. I don't know why Ron Rivera went for it. It seemed like with how they were playing, they would have momentum going into overtime. Obviously, the Giants had 36 seconds to go, 30 yards, and I think that's one Slayton bomb and a field goal from Gano to win it. But I would still trust that. I think Ron Rivera also knows that Graham Gano can bomb it from like 60 if need be, so he didn't really want to give us the ball back with 30 seconds because they feel like, one first down basically can get us into field goal range with Gano. But yeah, the team played great. I've said this before. This is a team that could already have had. This could have been their 4th win on the season. The Rams game was the last second touchdown to Cup, a long touchdown. Other than that, it was a good game for them. The Cowboys game was tragic. I don't even want to talk about it. If you guys missed my reaction video to that, go check that out because you should know how I feel about that one. And then the Bears game, we lost that last second as well. Those are games that were very much winnable. So this is a team that is fighting, man, and we're right there for first place in the division. We're all tied. No, the Cowboys have 2 wins, and we'll see what they do tonight against Arizona. If the Cowboys can squeak out a win tonight against Arizona with no Chandler Jones, I think it'll be very big for them. But the Giants are right there, man. If the Cowboys lose, they're 1 game out. Obviously, the Dallas win would have been huge, but we're going into a very easy next few weeks. A very, very easy next few weeks. We verse the Eagles in Philly on Thursday night, which is going to be tough. But the Eagles definitely just had a very tough matchup this week, so I think that we'll see what we can do with them. I think it's definitely a winnable game, especially defensive-wise. We really just got to work on that offense. Hopefully, we can have somebody replace CJ Board. We had Austin Mack get a couple catches last game, which is kind of cool to see. But we have that Thursday night game, and then we have a long week, and then we play Monday night. We have another primetime game against Tampa Bay. I think it might be Sunday night. But I know we go from Thursday night to another primetime game with Tampa. And then after that, we go right back to Washington, right back to Philly. And we play them. We go to Washington, then we verse Philly at home. And then after that, I think we verse Cincinnati. It's not a hard schedule these next few weeks. Tampa, obviously, especially what they did the Packers last week, it's looking like it's going to be a tough game. It doesn't look like we're going to be going out there. But, hey, I mean, crazier things have happened. But, you look at the Eagles, you look at the Washington game, you look at the Bengals. I can see us getting at least 3 wins in these next 5 games. I don't think it's out of the realm. Winning one of the Philly games, winning the Washington game, and then probably the Bengals game. I think that's possible. That's very much possible, and that probably would have us leading the division. If we can beat Philly both times, we have 2 games over Philly. We already beat Washington. Why can't we beat them again? It's one of those things where it's very much a tight division right now. The worrisome thing is Deshaun Jackson or Alshon Jeffrey going to be healthy to play? Because that's going to help them out a lot. If not, it's going to be good because Fulgham will be guarded by Bradbury. It's really going to take away the Fulgham experiment that they're doing right now and force them to use Greg Ward a lot more, force them to use Ertz if they can. There's definitely a lot of different things that are going to have to be done from the Eagles to go into that. But I don't want to go too much into it. More or less going into this last game, Washington played a great game, but it was very much a fun time to be a Giants fan watching that game. It was intense. I was happy. I was watching it. I was feeling the joy again. You guys know how I feel about this season. I watch every game. But I love seeing it. So let me know what you guys think. What was your reaction to the game? How was everything? How was everything broken down for you? What did you see? What did you like? What did you dislike? For me, disliking was we got to figure out the red zone play calling. Garrett's got to be better at that. I need to see more offensive product. Obviously, putting up 20 points isn't bad, but I need to see more. There's times where we just really struggle to move the ball at all. It seems like we're just not able to get first downs. It's worrisome. I get worried when we get to a third down situation. And a lot of that has to do with personnel. Obviously only having Slayton and Tate as our receivers. Ingram's kind of there, but it's just kind of like lack of production or talent-wise from there. Sorry if your dog's barking. My apartment's going crazy right now. But and then the likes are obviously, Daniel Jones using his legs a lot more. I like that. Freeman is looking like our lead back, and he's looking like an old Devonta Freeman. He's not looking like a bum. He's breaking tackles. He's stiff-arming. He's doing really good. And then obviously the defense, man. The defense keeps it up. I have the Giants defense in fantasy, and they're doing well for me. So definitely keeping that up as well. So without further ado, that's pretty much going to be it for me. If you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe. We gained a couple subscribers in the past few videos, so thank you so much for that. You've probably already seen them, but the last videos that are popping up on your screen right now are of the mock draft and stuff like that. So make sure to check those out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Like the video if you did enjoy. Notifications, all the YouTube shit. If you didn't like the video, just refresh it and let me know what you think the second time. But without further ado, it's going to be for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.